Hello, this is Daworso from PokerStars Team Online, and welcome to my English stream. Today we're gonna continue with our Zoom cash game challenge. As you can see above just let me do one thing and I should be fine. As you can see above the screen, this is where we go now. We had really nice session last Monday, a week ago, when we went very close to 300 that I'm aiming at the moment to get to no limit 5. But then next couple sessions were not so good, and we dropped down a little bit, but we still definitely have no limit 5 inside. As you can see, we just $8 plus some change away from going to no limit 5, and this is what we will do when we reach 300. So last week, if I remember correctly, we had something about $7 in winnings, so we just need something like this today and we can move on, and that would be really nice. And I could finally use this beautiful meme sent by one of my subscribers, so I can accept the reward for getting to no limit 5. And look at this hair, especially. Yeah, I would be happy to do so. If you are new to my streams, I do English streams on Mondays and on Wednesdays. And on Wednesday last week we had a very nice stream from tournaments. I did make the final table of Big 55, so the stream lasted for like 8.5 hours. And yesterday I didn't stream, but I also made the final table of Bigger 22, so I finished in 6th position from almost 7,000 players. So it was also fun, and that's why I'm happy to continue with hopefully good run also over the Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, one more time English stream from tournaments. And I also decided to make the promo to give some extra sweat for my subscribers. Because of the upcoming T-Cup. So I will give away 10% of my biggest win, but it has to be at least 500, so the free roll would be at least $50 for my subscribers, so make it worthy. So just to make it sure, for example, if I play 10 events and cash in 3 of them, and the biggest cash would be for like $1,000, then I'm gonna give away then I'm gonna make the free roll of $100, which would be 10% of my biggest win. Yeah, so that's about T-Cup. Hopefully that's an interesting play here. Hopefully I can make some deep runs. I will be playing probably 8, 10, maybe 12 events. I'm not sure. I will play some of the events from direct buying. I also try to satellite to some of the higher buying events, and it's very hard for me to make streams from those T-Cup tournaments because they in turbo structure. So it's like hard to start to stream, for example, at 8 p.m. and say, okay, I'm gonna play this T-Cup tournament, and then suddenly I bust after 15 minutes, because that's how turbo tournaments can work sometimes. But I will be trying to put some T-Cup tournaments in my regular sessions. So for example, if I play this Zoom session now, next week, and there will be some T-Cup tournaments played at the same time, then I will add them to the session and continue with the tournament for as long as I will play in it. So I think it will be interesting to see that the T-Cup starts this Thursday, starts with the very interesting tournament maybe I can show you in the meantime. It starts with the FaZe tournament, which buy-in is only $27 and it's 6 max turbo, but the prize pool for this tournament is, as you can see, it's $1.5 million. And the idea of this tournament that you have to play phases, which means that at first you need to play first phase, it's for $27, and then you need to last, I think, 12 levels. And if you last 12 levels, then you get to the phase 2. And you need to do the same. And if you also go through the phase 2, then you get to this final phase, which is the actual tournament, #1 T-Cup tournament, starting on Thursday, 7 p.m. this Thursday, 7 p.m. Central European time. And yes, and then you're gonna fight for really huge prizes for the price of $27. So it looks nice. I'm not sure yet. I cannot confirm that, but I think I will have few tickets to give away to this FaZe tournament. So worth $27 each. But I'm still waiting for confirmation on this, and I will let you know. Hopefully, I can give away those tournament tickets worth $27 each on Wednesday on my English tournament streams on Wednesday. But you need to follow me on Twitch or on Facebook, so I can confirm that I'm going to give away those tickets. But hopefully, I think there is a very good chance it will happen. So if you of course, if I will be giving away those tickets, most of them will go to my subscribers. As always, I want to reward my subscribers, people that support my stream. But at the same time, I will probably give, if I would have 5 tickets to give away, then I probably give 4 to my subscribers and 1 to all of the viewers, or maybe 3 and 2. I'm not sure about that yet, and I still wait for confirmation, so maybe it's too early to talk about this. And today we're gonna play 500 hands in our Zoom challenge. At the moment we played 50 hands, no big hands yet. But yeah, we're gonna play 50 hands. And see how it goes. Hopefully we get closer to No Limit 5. Okay, I will c-bet here on the low board versus 3 players. It's not like perfect spot for it, but I think it's we have to continue and cannot give free cards away. At the moment, this moment, Kupa Kasi has subscribed 4th month in a row. It's very nice to see. Thank you for your support. You will get all the benefits of subscribing starting now, and I hope I will make some deep run in T-Cup, so you can be a part of my hopefully big free roll in T-Cup. And it seems like I'm running pretty well in tournaments lately, because I will c-bet here with I just want to win this spot right away, and I don't really have any equity to follow, but at the same time it's hard for us to win this hand with 10 high, and we did. So it's always good, because I just played, what was it, like 7 tournaments on Wednesday, and did cash in one of them, did win 1 bounty in Bounty Builder Battle Royale, and then made final table of No Limit of Big 55, and then I just played 6 tournaments on Sunday and made the final table of Bigger 22, which had almost 7,000, let me see if I got this screenshot from that, almost 7,000 runners. So it's really nice to get the final table of tournament like this. As you can see, I got $4,300 for that run, and I also improved my position by one because in Big 55 I finished 7th, so this time I finished 6th. So hopefully I can improve that during T-Cup and do some deep run there as well, and at the same time reward my my subscribers. So the tournament lasted for 11 hours. For me, it probably lasted like 1 more hour after I busted. But I played it from late registration, so I played 2 hours less. I registered in last minute. That was the first tournament I played in my 6th tournament session on Sunday. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to go deep there, and hopefully I can repeat that on this Wednesday and make it 3 final tables in a row. That would be really nice. Okay, so we're approaching 100 hands here in today's hands. There was a limp under the gun and then raise on the next position, but I still squeezed with queen. I think it's too strong to just call. But we didn't flop. Perfect flop for us with queens. The other player seems like it's very tight, 17-14 after 74 hands. He never bet when checked to yet. Oh, that's not the guy. I'm sorry. We don't have information about this guy, but I don't think it makes a lot of sense to continue there versus 2 overcards, and given the current action, so we had limp under the gun, then raise from the next position, squeeze from the small blind, and then he continues on ace king, and we have just queen, so I think it's fine to fold. Yeah, we can buy a lot of vanilla Coke, my favorite drink. And here we overbet the river for standard play and get called by 8s, which is perfect. Yeah, I can buy a lot of vanilla Coke for yesterday's wins. Well, it's always hurts a little bit when you get to the final table and there is 20,000 for the first place and you bust in 6th or 7th when you're so close. But of course I will not complain. From the $22 tournament, it's very, very nice win rate, and I can just tell you it was very I don't know, I had a lot of fun playing that tournament. So yeah, and especially when you add that I'm not tournament professional player, I play cash games for a living, so getting those extra bonus deep runs in tournaments, yeah, it's nice. It's a nice bonus, of course. So given those wins, maybe I will play a little bit more T-Cup tournaments. Maybe I will play more of them from direct buying and less from satellites. But yeah, I just need to see how it goes. But at the moment, I think I will play about 10 to 12 events. Yeah, and we'll see how it goes. So just make sure you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, so you can see if I do some extra streams from T-Cup, or if I add that to my regular sessions. Okay, so we just get 100 hands here. We check call with gut shot, 2 overcards, and ace high on the flop. And now get raised when flush revert. Well, so okay, so we're not winning with any full house. We don't win with any flush. We got min raised on the button. So the question, I mean, on in position. So the question is, of course, what kind of hands he's raising here with. I don't think he's raising with any tray. I don't think he's raising with ace jack. But at the same time, the raise is so small. So we have like 4-1 odds. And I guess I just have to call and assume the he had the nut flush, if I'm correct. Yes. So luckily he just min raised the river, so we didn't have to pay a lot to see his flush. One of those spots that you assume that you beat, but still you just need to be right 1 in 4 times. And on No Limit 2 I can assume some players would still raise their a little bit as a bluff, still raised with maybe the same hand, maybe with something like ace tray. So yeah, I'm not super happy about this call, but at the same time I think I have to pay. King Jack under the gun, you can sometimes open, you can sometimes fold. I mean, 3-bet here out of position with pocket fours, and here we out of position. I prefer to check at least once and then bet twice, or I can bet the flop, check the turn, bet the river, or do it like on any given 2 streets. I don't think we're gonna get 3 streets of value, and usually when you just check once, then players tend to give you less credit for your holding. So and also we were out of the position, so it's fine checking there. Okay, so we don't have much equity, but we have some backdoor options. We can try to win the pot with 1 bet and continue. If we improve, we get super snap min raised by short stack, so we just give up this hand. $125 hands at the moment played, so 1/4 of what we about to do today. Ace Jack suited versus limper, very easy raise in position. We can also call another bet if needed pre-flop. I will not continue here because we have no other options than 2 overcards, so it's fine. I will look for other opportunities to follow versus short stack weaker player than with just ace high. Maybe one more time I can tell you about my promotion that I prepared for my subscribers. I will be playing 8, 10, 12 tournament of upcoming T-Cup. It starts on this Thursday, and I want to give away 10% of my biggest T-Cup win to all of my subscribers. I will make a free roll. So for example, if I cashed, my biggest cash would be, I don't know, like let's say $1,500 in one of the events. So then I will make a free roll worth of $150, which is exactly 10% of my biggest win. And all of my subscribers that will be my subscribers at the moment when that tournament started will get the tickets. Okay, so we get squeezed here, but I don't really like the positions that we are in, so I will just call and decide what to do on the flop. If we don't have any information about this player, I'm happy to see the flop with ace queen suited. And he bets like 2/3 of the pot. We don't really have much equity here, so I fold. Here we have a lot of equity. We will just, in position, we just let the other player continue betting. If he bets now, we can just move all in. There will be some cards on the river like king or queen, or a heart that can slow down our action, and we don't want this. But we're definitely gonna bet after his check and call the shove if we choose to go all in here. and he calls, and we have less than what is like 2/3, about 2/3 of the pot. No other option here to just go all in. Queen 10 suited, I can sometimes call from late position versus late position raiser, and I will check raise here, and we get paid by ace queen, which is always nice. We're gonna sit out on this table and open the next one because we want to play with about 100 big blinds. Okay, so we get min raised here. We have 3-1 odds. I will call one bet and then only continue if we hit the spade. But we didn't, and also the board paired, so it will be very easy fold now. I think I didn't notice that the player from the Queen 10 hand, he had less than full stack, and if I was right, that means I didn't really have the odds to draw with the 2 spades. Maybe I should just check call the flop then, but it's okay. I don't think it was much difference. I don't think it was big difference. I mean, okay, 150 hands and aces from that occasion. Small blind, so we'll see if we get some action from the big blind. Doesn't look like. But we have won one big hand with set of jacks. Okay, I will c-bet / give up here. There's no way we're gonna win this hand in any other way. But still we can represent this ace king whatever versus big blind caller. King nine suited, I will raise here if folded to me on the in the cutoff. Tight pair on the button, tight pair in the big blind, so it looks like a solid chance of stealing this spot, and if not, we still have a hand with very nice potential. With the bottom pair there and backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw, I will continue in position and continue on the next street if we improve. Okay, I will call one bet for sure here because we have so many backdoor options here. 2 overcards, every 9, 8, king, club, queen, jack is a possible option for us. Okay, so we'll, as I said, we'll continue when we improve, and we did, and now we have a lot of options here. But out of position I think I would check raise, but I think in position I'm happy to just call. Okay, so he's claiming that he have jack 10 here, but we cannot fold with 2 pair versus min raise and still being in position. And the worst possible card hits the river. Now we don't even have 2 pair. I mean, we still have 2 pair anymore again, but not that kind of 2 pair that we are looking for, so it's safe to fold. So we won just one big pot and we lose probably every other pot so far. It's fine. Just stick to our strategy and try to not splash the money around after a couple unlucky hands. Queen 9 are open from the bottom. And take down the blinds. 10-7 suited I can fold under the gun, it's okay. Same with 9-4. And I will free bet. Small blind versus button with pocket trace. I prefer to do so because then we have some other options to win the the hand, and of course we can win big when we flop the set. And at the same time, there is a button opener has such a wide range that he can he will fold a lot. So ace-5 suited, we're probably gonna play here. I can just flat in the button versus early position, but versus cutoff, I'm happy to free bet in position and try to force my opponent to be in difficult spot out of position versus free bet from the button. With the backdoor options, we will make our c bet here and continue if we improve, and that's what happened. We're definitely gonna continue on Jack of Hearts. Which stats are the most important for tournaments? I think the basic stats are the most important for tournaments. So how many hands someone plays, how many times he free bets, how often does he steal, so things like this. I don't think if stats like like a check raise on given street is super important in tournaments. So I would just focus on how often someone plays, how often someone opens, and how often he steals, how often he free bets. You can also see, you can use the c-bet stat as well. Maybe fold to c-bet. Okay, so we bet here with all the equity we had on the floor, but then when get checked called by original razor, I don't really see there is much value in continuing, and we can see all the hands, all the rest of the cards for free. So we still could hit our straight on river. Yeah, I think I can say hello to everyone in the chat. Thanks for congratulations. It was very close, but it was still, I think it's still nice score. I really cannot be disappointed by getting to the final table of tournament with 7,000 players. And I'm confident that I will get to some other final tables at some point soon anyway. So it's not like I will be really devastated that I didn't win the tournament, only finished like in 6th or 7th position, because I don't think it was the one-time opportunity to win something bigger. So yeah, I just treat it like one more solid tournament score, and we'll continue to play some tournaments in my off days, in the days when I don't play my regular cash games, because as you probably know, the cash games are my everyday's bread and butter. This is how I make my living for 12 years now. Well, I did play some tournaments or sit and goes before, but for now I play cash games for living, and I play some tournaments, you can say, like in my free time. It's not exactly the free time, but I don't really have to win in tournaments to make my living, so this is only something extra from tournaments. But I'm happy with my scores. I think last year was my best tournament year. I did make the final table of Scoop, I did make the final table of Sunday warm-up. I won bigger 16 if I remember correctly. I think I chopped bigger 33. I came in 4th in big 82. I had some other solid. I went pretty deep in some other W Cup or Scoop tournaments. So yeah, that was a very solid tournament year, and this I cannot really complain about how this tournament this year started in tournaments as well, especially because I didn't play a lot of them. So for example, I played just 12 or 13 tournaments this week, and I made 2 final tables, and 2 of those tournaments that I final table in, where they were pretty big tournaments, a lot of runners in those tournaments. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited about the T-Cup coming, of course. However, I prefer to play the tournaments with the slower structure. But I have some experience in turbo tournaments as well. So I don't mind to play turbo tournaments. And as I told you, you can have a share in my T-Cup tournaments wins if you want to. Just everything you need to do is to become subscriber, and I will make 10% of my biggest win. I will turn into free roll for my subscribers. So yeah, this will be my way of saying thank you to my subscribers. Just gonna flat early position open with jacks. We'll call 1 bet for sure. In position and then see what happens. We're not gonna build we're not gonna put too much money in this pot. With just third pair versus under the gun opener. Our job here is to look for, especially at those stakes, just look for more easy spots than try to get like a hero call people or call down people with second pair and hope that they bluff at all times. So we don't look to play any big pots until we have a strong hand. It's that simple. And that's, I think, a good example here. I mean, I don't need to continue with top pair no kicker on dangerous board versus an overbet. $235 hands played, which is almost half of what we are about to play today. My next English stream will be on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central European Time. We're gonna play 7 tournaments. The same tournaments that I played last week. So it will be Big 22, Big 11, Big 55, 11 with rebuys, 22 with 1 rebuy, 1 add-on, 6 max progressive super knockout for 22, and the most important tournament of the day will be Battle Royale Bounty Builder. 109 buy in this tournament will start at 8:15 p.m. So yeah, if you don't have anything else to do on Wednesday evening, then just join me and let's hope for another big run. I really feel like I could make 3 final tables during 1 week, and I hope you'll be there to see that. And on the next day, Thursday, I will make another Polish stream, and we'll probably add some of the T-Cup tournaments already. Okay, this is too small to fold with the third pair. If you bet something around the same size on the river, we should probably still call. I think he got something like queen, but we will see. No, we won. What he had? Sevens. $250 hands, half of our today's plan. We are very close to get 100 viewers, which would be nice, I guess, for English Zoom No Limit 2 Monday stream. I think we'll call 1 bet here because of all the backdoor options here and position. Any club, any queen, jack, ace on the turn, and we can continue. King of spades is definitely not the card we are looking for. Gonna flat there with nines. I just wanted to say we'll protect the blind, but not versus 42 big blinds all in. However, we could be there ahead. But yeah, I don't want to stack off almost half of the stack with ace 10. This guy is very tight. 9/7 after 88 hands. And here we would, under the gun raise, we would continue on almost every flop versus big blind defender. So that's what we're gonna do on the super safe low board. Five's gonna raise, queen deuce fold. I don't think I'm gonna protect this blind with 7 tray, but we still win. I think I can bet for protection here, and also, yeah, I mean mostly for protection. And then it's probably gonna see all the cards till the end, till the river with this one bet. Queen jack suited, very easy fold, and we will call the free bet if happens. I will bet here because of the backdoor options, and we still have just queen high. If that would be like 8-7-5 and 5 of diamonds, I could check behind and only bet when improved on next street. But here we get mean check raised out of position. I mean, we have many options, but it's only backdoor options, so I will not chase it here. Like I said, in this no limit 2 games, I will be not trying to outplay my opponents in any way. I will just play a very simple game. Okay, so we're definitely gonna check call 1 bet, although I don't really like the sizing of that pot bet on the flop. Tens will open, and he continues with really strong bets on somehow dangerous board. So it would be hard for us to assume that he's betting something like ace 5 here or king jack. We don't have any info about this player, but as long as we don't have any specific information, I'm okay with just folding the top pair on dangerous board like this. And here with such big bets, pot bet on the flop, then another solid bet on the turn, I think we would be facing all in bet on the river, and only king will make us like somehow okay, and another ace. It's very unlikely. Also queen would not be so great for us because any single king would make us straight. So pretty awkward spot, and when it's awkward, I can fold and move on to other hands. I don't really need to stack off every time when I have top pair. I can wait for better spots. Sixes versus 2 players. I'm happy to get to the showdown if possible. Five's definitely gonna call in 4-way pot, and I will chop call once with the gut shot and third pair. This player doesn't have too many chips to make our bet profitable here. We still have 2 players behind, it's okay, I will fold. I will check call on the flop. Approaching 300 hands. We will raise here in the button versus under the gun limper. He snap folds. Sometimes players do this and then re-raise, but I'm okay turning ace 10 into raise here anyway, and then if the under the gun limper re-raises, then I just make a note of that play and know for the know what to expect in the future. Nine eight suited, I can raise from any position. We're not gonna defend here versus 20 big blind open. Flop the second pair versus 3 players. All of them has about 50 blinds. I'll be okay to try to get some more equity on the turn. I will be second pair or trips, and then we get pot bet, pot call on the dangerous card. It's okay, our work is done in that hand. 300 hands played. Only one big hand so far with pocket jacks, and few other hands. I mean, not so big, but quite big. Lost. Top pair there with backdoors. We will continue. And then maybe check behind on the depending on what comes on the turn, or maybe continue betting if there will be another diamond or some safe card. I think we can bet here with the pair and small flush draw. And I'd be happy to check call the river. A very safe approach. We're almost dead there. Very safe approach from the other player that costed us only 2.5 blind. It's a very small free bet. So I'm not extremely happy about this. We have a little bit more than 100 big blinds and we'll be out of position, but the hand is, I'm okay with calling this hand. I mean, versus that kind of small free bet. It'll be a little bit bigger, I'll probably just fold. Okay, so this is pot bet from not so great player because he has less than starting stack, and he continues with pot bet here on the river. I guess I just fold. That's what I'm keep doing today, just folding. So it doesn't look like any kind of great session today. I'm just getting outplayed like a small child. But I was explaining this a lot during my Polish streams when it happens like this during the session. You just need to continue to play your game and don't lose too much. Don't tilt. Don't be upset, don't try to force the game. Every money that you will not lose is as much good as the money as you win. 8-4 suited, I think very easy open here in the middle position. We get called at least once. I think I will check call here. Okay, if he didn't bet on the turn, then I can try to protect my third pair. Is he calling position with Queen Jack suited, but not the best flop for us, so I will not continue. I want to remind you that tomorrow at the same time, 8 p.m. Central European time, I'm gonna make my Polish stream. The same will happen on Thursday. Both of those streams will be continuation of our Zoom challenge. And then on Wednesday, English, one more time English stream, but this time from Wednesday tournaments. So that's my schedule for this week, and it will happen again. So the same schedule with 4 streams weekly, 2 of them in English, 2 of them in Polish, 8 p.m. Monday till Thursday until the end of the month. And then at the end of the month, I guess I will just think about what to do next. I would like to stick with the same schedule, but I need to see how my English streams works. Okay, so very small squeeze, and we are in the position with 5-4 suited. I think if we come here, almost certainly the small blind will come as well, so we'll be in position with nice tricky hand. I would fold it out of position. My in position and click. Okay, I don't want to build this pot too much on the paired board, and I don't want to get check raise, so I'm happy to see the turn and then maybe call one bet on the turn. Maybe not even, if the bet will be too strong. I have just 5 high flush draw. Okay, I'm happy to see the river. And I didn't hit. Versus 2 players, I will not bluff there. I don't think there is a huge. I don't think we have any folding equity there. Versus how it was played. So yeah, that's what I'll continue on doing today, I guess. Keep folding until I get pocket jacks and flop a set. Of course, I'm joking a little bit here, but as you could see, we had some nice hands, but the action sometimes was not so great for us, and we were forced to make some folds that we are not so happy about. Okay, I will just I think the versus the 38 big blind player, I will just bet. But we didn't get any action. I'm gonna call here in position of ace-9 suited. Try to flop big and benefit from being in position. 350 hands played. We just flopped 1 diamond. We have a lot of action. We continue to another hand. Okay, I think I can free bet here versus cutoff opener. No reason to not continue on low dry flop. But I will control the pot a little bit here. And with the 5 making straight, I'll be happy to just check call with pocket tens. And he called us with gut shot and then turned to pair. So he was definitely not folding on the turn. If he called me with the gut shot and backdoor flush draw, then I don't think he will fold on the 6th turn. So it was another unlucky hand here, but we don't worry about things like this because we have a safe bankroll management here. So that's the idea of starting the challenge with 100 binds and having about 145 of them now, that we can get through some unlucky hands over the time and wait for the sessions of that kind that not everything is so unlucky like today. Of course, I would prefer to move to no limit 5 as soon as possible to move on with the challenge, but we have to, I think I just call here because this pair looks like very tight and he opens for X. So we simply call to flop the set or some other good board, but it's not like that one. So we have to stay patient. Of course, if you saw my graph, and you will see it one more time today at the end of the session, you will notice that we're already like about 15 binds below EV. So we should already be on no limit 5 if you would be just following the EV graph, but we need to make those actual winnings to move further. So we will stay, okay, we can make our overbet here. After all checks and dangerous boards. And here we get called by third pair. Okay, I need to make a note on that, of course. On super dangerous board we get called by third pair. So it's definitely worth taking note. I will raise 9-8 here in the bottom. One more reminder for you, there is a big chance I'll be giving away few tickets to T-Cup 1 worth $27 each. But I still wait for confirmation if I can do it. So just follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and if it's gonna happen, it's gonna probably happen during Wednesday tournament stream. So I will just give away those tickets, probably 5 of them on Wednesday. And as always in those cases, I will try to, okay, so I will still bet here on the river because of all the missed throws. I will try to give away about 4 of them to my subscribers, maybe 3, and then 1 or 2 to my viewers. So everyone should be happy about this, but of course in situations like this I want to promote my subscribers. And one more time, I'm gonna remind you, I'm gonna give away 10% of my biggest win in upcoming T-Cup to my subscribers. One more time, all they need to do is to be my subscriber at the moment when given that this tournament, T-Cup tournament will start. That will be the one that I make my biggest win. But it have to be, my biggest win have to be about 500. So the smaller free roll I will make will be at least $50. I think that makes sense. Okay, so we are very close to 400 hands. Maybe during the last 100 hands something good happens for us. But if not, we'll be still fine with this. We know we need to be patient to win in poker. Okay, we're not folding over pair yet. We have a diamond, but I'll be happy to check behind. And with this player continuing on versus 2 players on queen, 3 diamonds, after raising under the gun, I don't think there is need for us to chase maybe the losing flush or the losing set, or do it with the second pair itself. 400 hands behind us. Can raise with 7-5 suited from time to time. In middle position, definitely gonna defend with king 3 suited. We have two options here. We can check raise or we can just flat it. I think with the weaker player, playing just one table, I'm happy to just check call. I don't think he's folding anything to a check raise. And we can see all the cards relatively free. Well, maybe not free, but relatively cheap. One more time, welcome everyone in the chat. We have almost 100 viewers, which is nice, I think, for Monday stream. And thanks everyone for congratulations. If you don't know what the congratulations are for, that I did final table yesterday's bigger 22, almost 7,000 runners. I finished 6th for nice $4.2 thousand win. And it's also nice because I just did final table the other event on last Wednesday during my stream. That was the big 55, so nice. 2 final tables during 4 days. We will free bet here in position with king jack off. King jack suited I could call, king jack off. I prefer to turn into, well, bluffs, but at the same time we have a, so bluff meaning that I will not call the 4-bet. But at the same time we have a nice hand that can play on the button. Okay, so here with the gut shot, 1 over card and backdoor flush draw, we will make a small free bet. We'll make this 15-cent free bet into c-bet into the free bet pot always, doesn't matter what we hit. So we want to keep our opponents guessing. And we hit the absolutely perfect card. The 39 10 bet is also our regular bet, so I will stick to this and hopefully we get raised. I think we could also consider check raise there. Try to let the other player suggest him that we are giving up because we don't like how dangerous this board is. So depending how aggressive or tricky he would be, I think it would be good sometimes to check. But we had no information about this player, so I just went with the easier way, more basic way. And we are above 100 viewers, which is always nice. We flop second pair with the flush draw. In position, we're definitely gonna continue. No need to raise, because we are in the position, we can see. Okay, I will actually raise here just only because of the min bet. That would be like a regular bet, I would just call. I'm happy to stack with him on 40 big blinds. I think we still have some folding equity. I don't really know if it's needed, a folding equity, because I'm okay to stack up there. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in here. I want to bet like 28 and then wonder what to do on the river. We still have a lot of outs against any hand. We can still be winning. And we will continue with our overbet here versus checks in late position. And I think we made the other player to fold, which is always good, but at the same time, if we folded, then I think we were winning anyway. So we have 70 more hands today. Kikarian wants the 4 color cards deck, but I will stick to my original colors. I was never using the 4 card deck, and I don't think I can follow that. I mean, I'm playing for what is it, like 12 years professionally now, and I never had problems seeing different colors. So for me, spades will always be black, the same with clubs. Diamonds will be always red, and the same with hearts. I don't think it's that hard to follow that colors. And we'll go ahead with overbet here if would be checked to us. Six nine suited on ace queen jack. We have absolutely no equity. We could choose what to do versus specific pair, but we have no information there, so I will follow with the c-bet because we have no other way of winning this hand. And he can still fold a lot of things, a lot of small pairs, some suited connectors, and we're just not gonna win this with 9 high without betting. Sometimes it's okay to give up if we know like the other player is aggressive and don't like to fold, but as I said, we had no information about the player. So thanks to that bet, we're gonna have some extra information during the next hand, possibly. Tight player there on the button, but ace king we're definitely not. We're still free betting, and we go ahead with our small c-bet on that kind of board. We get snap called, not the best turn. Okay, I think it's too early to fold here with the gut shot and one over card. We hope for a showdown. Let's see. No. Almost pot bet on the river. We have absolutely nothing here. So we fold here and here. That's what we do today all day. I remember we won some kind of like medium sized hand, even with some strong hands that we had. Okay, maybe it will change now. Well, I will go ahead with small 5-bet. I don't really like this play on higher stakes, but here I think it will be okay to try to induce lighter 6-bet than usual. And we also on a little bit deeper stacks. We flop absolute nuts here. Normally I would bet this for balance, but here with that kind of flop I will just check, because there's very small chance he got anything. So at least I want to give him a chance to bluff. And he does. I'm okay with just flatting here in position and just hopefully induce the one more bluff on the river. If not, we still can get called on the river, and if not, the pot is nice already. I will still call here with top 2 pair and backdoor flush draw. Interesting play by this player to just min raise versus 2 players out of position. So he folded, so I think we got some I get extra chips because he doesn't look like had a lot there, and we revert the full house in the other pot. I'm not gonna get off this table even though we have more than 150 big blinds, because we just gonna play about 50 more hands. Utrotarn doesn't like our overbets. I do overbet in specific situations. In late positions versus and after checks. Squeeze here with kings. So it seems like we won some smaller pots later after the very hard first 400 hands. So I do this overbet versus somehow we will stack off here, of course. Versus wide ranges and no showing of any strength. These kind of bets are usually like draws or very mediocre hand that the player wants to see the turn and river cheaply, and he still doesn't want to fold. So with the overpair, I definitely want to punish the other player for play like this. And I don't think it really matters that we river that king. But what it's good that he, after the min bets, he was keep on calling with whatever hand he has. And now I would not be surprised to see a fold if he had flush draw. Oh, but at the same time he may talk himself into calling here. Okay, so he had the flush draw with the pair. Surprisingly, I think he should just stack off on the turn, but it didn't really matter. Well, anyway, calling raise out of position with this hand, and then calling out of position squeeze with Jack 4 suited definitely calls for marking him on green. Where I don't mix up the sizes, I just do the overbet. Doesn't matter what kind of hand I have. Doesn't matter what hits on the river. I just do it in specific situations, and those situations being late positions and no action on flop or turn. So it doesn't matter if I river the flush, if I river the gut shot, if I river top pair, if I river set. I just do it versus situation. Yeah, and it works good. I think I have like 85% of the, I mean, people fall to me in 85%, and sometimes I get called by worse. Sometimes I make fold better hand, so I just like this play in general. 473 hands played today, 27 more. And that will be it for today. Tomorrow I'm gonna make a Polish stream on the same Zoom challenge. Wednesday it will be Wednesday tournaments. We will check call with the gut shot. And hit it on the turn, which is always nice. I got some really nice words here from Głowacz888 on the chat, and I can assume you, I don't pay that player, that subscriber, for making that kind of I don't know, advertisement or really nice words. But I'm very happy to hear that, and I'm happy that I can help. This is why I make those streams. And those streams are for you, so I'm really happy if it helps players in that way. Yes, I completely agree. We don't do anything extremely special here. We don't do any fancy plays. We don't look for adventures. We don't look for thrill. We don't look for emotions. We don't engage ego. We just simply look to win money. That's what interests us. And if there are players that they like to play for emotions, they like to play for like to satisfy their ego, to make some crazy plays, to make some amazing bluffs, then they're free to do it. And I don't mind that, but I prefer to focus on winning money and on very, very simple, easy game. Okay, couple more hands. I'm gonna sit out next blind. We're gonna check the scores today. Maybe we're gonna get stuck off here with queens still. versus Under the Gun Razor from less than full stack. We'll control the pot a bit with the king hitting, but yeah, we'll definitely call at least one more bet. And happy to get to the showdown. Okay, so we will sit out next blinds. Was it here? The queen's hand? No. Okay, so we won with ace queen. Well, what just Utro Tarn wrote, I mean, I'm making English streams twice a week, all January. So every Monday and Wednesday I will be making English streams no matter what. And then over the next months I will decide if I should continue with this. Hello, goes to 23. Okay, so this will be 512 hands. That will be it for today. Let's see how we went. I'm to be honest, I have no idea how we went, because I think we started really bad, then we had one big hand, and then we continue on folding and folding and folding, and then at the end we won some hands. And because before I see the score, my hand is explained on my YouTube channel. Unfortunately, it's in Polish. But yes, I did prepare like 2 videos about my hand that explain every single stat in my hand. Okay, so after the nice finish, we still were able to win over 1 buy-in here. I think the graph will look funny, so we can take a look at this. Okay, so actually we're not doing so bad, even though it seemed like we were folding and folding and folding and folding. So actually first 300 hands we were okay, of course thanks to this Jack's hand, but then we were not doing so bad. That was the moment where we were doing worse. But then after the nice finish, are we so, oh, that's interesting, we are so perfectly even with EV. That just doesn't matter too often, and that's because we didn't have any all-in hands pre-flop, I guess. This is very unusual, but I'm happy to see so. Fabian saying that he's glad I'm doing these English streams. Well, I'm happy to do them too. I just wanted to see how it will go with English viewers, because I'm doing my streams for 8 months now, or even 9 months now, 8 months in Polish, and we have very nice viewer and subscribers number, so I'm happy with them. But I decided to try to reach to English speaking viewers as well, and yeah, I will definitely do this over the January, so, and then I see how it's gonna work. About the non-showdown line, I think I said that before a couple of times. I don't really care about this line. I don't care how it goes. No one pays me any money for making this line go any specific way, so I don't check it. I don't care about this. If you worry about this, then you may reach to other streams and talk to some other players that worry about this line. I don't, and that's why I just don't care how it goes. Only line I care about is the green line. Actually, the orange line a little bit as well. Okay, so after, what is it, 27,621 hands, we are getting closer to, one more time, getting closer to 300 that we are looking for to get to no limit 5. Less than 3 blinds away. As you can see, this is 17 big blinds per 100, and we can also take a look at the overall graph. Yeah, we did slow down a little bit lately, but it seems like we're in the top moment in terms of EV one more time. However, our regular winnings graph, actual winning graph, doesn't like us that much, and we are $27 beyond, which is what is like almost, it's like 13 big blinds, 13 binds. I will continue with the game and hopefully finally get reach. Look how close we were here. That was the closest we were. What was it? Cannot see exactly. How can we zoom here? Yes, I think we can. Where was it? Oh well. So 97.71 looks like was the closest. So we just one buying away from getting to 100, but I don't know, maybe tomorrow, maybe on Thursday. As I said, tomorrow and Thursday I'm doing the Polish streams, and I invite you on Wednesday as well. As you can see, next English stream for tournaments. And goes to 23, don't worry, just keep watching my streams and you will see that I think it's fairly easy to win off those stakes if you just stay focused, stay patient, and just stick to the strategy. You can watch all my streams that happened before on YouTube. I will upload this video to YouTube as well, probably today, later today or tomorrow. I'm happy to be here for you guys. I'm happy to answer all the questions, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. And also, if you want to join me in English, then it will be on Wednesday. So thank you very much for today, and I see you next time.